Dom here from Essential RC, and great to be with Tamara again, the designer, creator, inventor of the HYDRA-JET that we saw a few months ago. Or Tamara, we saw the 3D printed prototype,
Yep,
didn't we?
that's right.
And this is a lot different. This is your final production version.
Yep.
So tell us about that. Tell us what is different with this over that prototype.
Yeah, so the key difference is this is fully carbon fiber. So I use a recycled non-woven carbon fiber to compression mold all of these parts, and that process took a long time to get all the molds working and make my parts. The only part that isn't carbon fiber is the lid, and the antenna actually sits in this hump. So that's one of the design aspects that I had to experiment with after that initial 3D printed prototype, because carbon blocks the receiver signals, so I needed a way to let them through, and I wanted to just improve them, so I brought it actually up out of the hull, and now it works great.
Okay, looks fantastic, very futuristic. I have to say, I've never seen anything like this before. So it's a hydroplane, basically. It gets up out of the water after about a metre and a half, you were saying?
Yeah, so super quick. It's not designed for high speeds, it's designed to be fun in very small lakes. So it gets up very quickly, and then it planes on the wings. The rear one is still slightly submerged, but it is technically planing, but it does have a layer of water over it, and what that does, it keeps it planted. So if there are a few ripples or if there's chop, the front bounces very slightly because the CG is relatively far back, but the rear keeps it planted so that you still get a lot of stability. You're not just bouncing around all over the place.
Okay, and power system. It's a fan, an electric fan.
It is.
70mm?
70mm, yeah.
With a 12 blades?
Yeah, depending on which motor you get. There's a few different motors. It's designed to fit most 70mm motors. I offer them with the JP Hobby full aluminium one, or the 4Max's Power Fun EDF, just depending on what type you want in there.
And of course, most people would think on the water that water is going to come up and get into the fan and bog it down and prevent that propulsion.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen?
No, you get a little bit of spray that comes in, but it just gets thrown straight back out. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm excited to see it on the water.
Yes, let's get it on.
Let's get it on the water.
Get it back in.
I'll just stand behind you there.
Beautiful.
Tamara, thanks very much for that. That was fantastic to see that on the water. The manoeuvrability of this thing is fantastic, and it's so unique with its fan EDF power system. Just looks brilliant. So what more can you tell me about this that you were saying about the manoeuvrability on the water? You were telling me about different versions of these wings underneath the speed.
Yeah, so in terms of the wings, I didn't design this to be high speed initially, but since I launched it, there's been a lot of interest in a faster version. And the way I designed this boat is for the wings to be fully bolt-on, bolt-off, and I can actually design a different version where they're much, much narrower, so a lower chord, just to get higher speed out of them. And so that's absolutely an option. I'll be working on that soon. And yeah, so if you want to go fast, that will be an option in the future. In terms of maneuverability, I experimented so much with actually the steering, and it just has a standard water rudder. I get a lot of people asking if there's any thrust vectoring. I tried that, and it is just rubbish at lower speeds. So
yeah, it wouldn't have much effect, would it?
No, exactly, it wouldn't, and it was very frustrating actually trying to park it up again at the end. But yeah, so it just has a standard water rudder, where the design changes based on how, if you're up or you're fully in the water, you still get the maneuverability.
Okay, so I think folks are going to be excited to have seen it on the water, this final production version, as we get a fly past from some geese. Very nice, thank you. What they're going to be asking is, where could they get one of these? Should they want one?
Yeah, if you want one. So right now with the carbon fiber versions, I'm making them to order by hand. And you can get on the waiting list via the link in my channel. It's just a form to fill out. And I've this week started making this. I'm building the first 3 right now, so they're all underway, and I can't wait to start delivering them.
All right, so get on that waiting list, because it's growing. So, and what's the name of the website they should go to, or Facebook page?
So the Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, it's all Cova Concepts.
Cova, C-O-V-A?
C-O-V-A. I'm Tamara Ivan Cova, so Cova Concepts.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, thanks again for inviting me down to see your final production version. And maybe you'll invite me down again to see your ultra high speed version with the new wigs.
Absolutely.
When it's a little warmer.
Yeah, when it's
nice.
a little warmer.
A little bit chilly today, but it's lovely weather for filming. Thanks again.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you for coming.
Thanks. Bye. Just looks like an aqua-based version of the Batmobile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, I heard so many comments about about
That
it being
brilliant.
like Batmobile-esque. Oh, I think
That looks beautiful. How it kicks up the spray as it's going along and round the corners.
it's definitely like
It's
a
awesome.
feature. Yeah, the spray you get, especially when you get a close pass. When I film, I get sprayed by it all the time when I'm doing like close shots. Yeah, I think that one of the funniest comments I got is that. Oh, Bruce Wayne asked me and like said he wants one. Can you?
Yeah,
can you
full
make it?
size.
Yeah, absolutely.